was 2 months ago when a woman came forward publicly and accused one of the most powerful movie producers in Hollywood of sexual misconduct. And with that, the reckoning had begun, a tipping point. Well, today, Time magazine announced its 2017 Person of the Year, the women and the men who have come forward to shed light on sexual harassment and abuse, the women and men of the hashtag #MeToo movement. And let me walk over here and show you what we're talking about here. The cover of Time magazine today. Now, Time calls them the silence breakers, and here they are. You see them on the cover. Ashley Judd, the actress who made that first bombshell accusation against producer Harvey Weinstein. You see the singer Taylor Swift. There is Susan Fowler, a former Uber engineer. There's Adama Iwu, a lobbyist. And there's Isabel Pascual, a Mexican strawberry farmer, all on the cover here. Time says they all spoke out against various forms of sexual misconduct. And then there is, if you notice closely, there's an elbow there that is not connected to anyone that we can see. Time says that represents the women and men who have come forward anonymously to tell their stories. And there have been many stories. Since Harvey Weinstein was accused in October, just 2 months ago, at least 60 men have been accused of sexual misconduct or abuse, many of them losing their jobs as a result. Now, they include the actors Ben Affleck. I mean, wow, it's a long list here, folks. Kevin Spacey, the former U.S. President George H.W. Bush, former FIFA President Sepp Blatter, and the journalist Charlie Rose and Matt Lauer of The Today Show. And there's an interesting footnote to all of this. U.S. President Donald Trump came in second place this year. He thought he was going to come in first again. Now, he was Person of the Year last year. You may remember this cover. Well, Time writes that the U.S. president himself has been accused numerous times of sexual misconduct, and perhaps his refusal to tell the truth was part of the catalyst that allowed so many women to become the silence breakers of 2017.
Time's Persons of the Year is Silence Breakers, the Silence Breakers, and those are the group of women who all stepped forward this year to name their sexual harassers, to accuse people of abuse in the workplace, and that goes across all industries, from Hollywood and media to the agricultural fields and housekeepers. We heard again and again this sense of enough. It's not my fault, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
You have major media figures like Charlie Rose and now Matt Lauer getting fired for sexual misconduct. I think we're going to see a lot more corporations and companies taking a very hard look at their policies and maybe their training. I think you're going to see a lot more, women and men feeling comfortable coming forward with allegations or comfortable saying in a work environment, I'm not okay with what you just said to me, or I'm not okay with what you're doing right now, and coming forward. This could be the starting point of a change in cultural behavior in a really, I think, incredible way.
Well, Time's decision to make those women and men who spoke out against sexual harassment the Person of the Year is quickly becoming a big topic on social media. After all, that's where the movement really took off. The hashtag #MeToo was used millions of times in more than 85 countries after actress Alyssa Milano encouraged women to speak out on social media using the very hashtag of just a few months ago. And she, of course, took to Twitter today to celebrate Time's decision. She wrote, in 2017, women stood up and said, "Me too." We overcame our fears to break the silence. Technology and social media have connected us all. We can't turn away from each other's pain. We are connected to each other. Now, many others agreed with her. We're seeing lots of sentiments like this one. Now, this is for everyone who was able to speak out, who were able to find their voice and finally feel validated and heard. We are all Time's Person of the Year. The conversation on social media also involves President Trump, who has also been accused of sexual misconduct. Former Obama administration member Chris Liu says the Person of the Year award could have gone to Trump. Instead, it goes to the women who launched a movement that stands in powerful opposition to his values. Well done, Time. And international praise for this pick as well from Angela Merkel's spokesperson, the German chancellor, who relays her message, saying she welcomes the decision to make the women and men behind hashtag #MeToo the Time Person of the Year. Now, the spokesman then quotes the German chancellor, "We have them to thank for their courage to break the silence on sexual assault and thereby launch a worldwide discussion." So how will Time's decision affect the future of the movement? Many say that it's only just starting. The UN agency UNICEF tweeted this, #MeToo is the beginning of a global conversation about gender-based violence and harassment, not the end of one. Thank you to Time. See, there is some good news out there. Well, the day is nearly done. The conversation continues online. You'll find us on Twitter, either at DW News, or you can write to me, Brent Goff TV. Don't forget to use the hashtag the day. And remember, no matter what happens between now and then, tomorrow is another day. We'll see you then, everybody.